Let's go. There we go. We're live. Chat, how are we doing? Guys, wait till you hear this story that I have for you guys today. I have a fucking crazy story. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Sonia, hi, how are you? Ooh, actually, I'm gonna reset this. I do not want to lose any of these cards. There we go. Guys, I have one of the craziest fucking stories for you guys. And I really wish I got it recorded. Sword, hey, how are you? You're sad? Why are you sad? School? Honestly valid. Okay, but honestly, here's the thing. I do kind of miss school somewhat. Somewhat. Not very much, but I do miss the social aspect of school. I'll say that much. Just getting to be with, like, so... Well, I mean, I guess maybe that's why I like Danganronpa. Just, like, all these different people getting mixed together. Like, I don't know. I always thought it was interesting. I've already learned from the incident. I went onto the channel, asked them to stop asking, and they did. They switched to Celeste. Who did? Oh, man. Before we begin, dude, I just gotta say, man. Working in fucking retail is something else. I've heard the name, but it's the guy that kept requesting Angie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. You didn't have to do that. No worries. But yeah, I think they mean not stupid. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate the thought at least. You know, that's cool. Anyway, before we get into this, let me just showcase one of the craziest things that happened last night. Because, dude, I genuinely wish I got this recorded. And if you're in the Discord already, you already know what I'm going to show. This is one of the craziest things ever, dude. Look at this fucking beautiful card. And check this out. Ready? Check this out. Let me switch to the right tab. Give me 1 second. Let me show you guys this. This is actually insane. Yeah, look how much that is. And I pulled that. Isn't that fucking crazy? I've never pulled a card this expensive before. Like, it's actually fucking nuts. Like, and you might be wondering, well, Default, what are you gonna do with it? Like, are you gonna keep that? Are you gonna sell it? I am gonna sell it. I am gonna sell it. Because the thing is while I could keep a nice, cool piece of cardboard that, you know, honestly, I would never even run the normal card of this because I don't really play a deck that uses Rayleigh. What I was gonna say though is, I'd rather have $500 that I can use elsewhere than just like $500 just sitting around like collecting dust. And I mean, the thing is, this one's not getting reprinted yet. So, I mean, I think tomorrow is when I'm gonna list it. But, yeah, no, that was fucking crazy. Played V3 today, got to the part where I know Chapter 3 killer killed Chapter 3 victim 2, but I don't know who killed Chapter 3 victim 1. Oh, you're talking about the Seesaw guy? Mr. Seesaw? Gotta love the Seesaw guy. Anyway. Boy, what the hell? How am I getting recommended? Understandable. So I kind of remembered that we never did the free time events. We never did the free time events for Fate's Return. And, well, actually, I guess that's kind of right where we stopped at now that I realize it. But they're all like 25 minutes or so. Some are slightly longer, some are slightly shorter. But they're all around that same range. So we're going to be reacting to that today. That's the plan. That's the plan. And we're going to go through those. That's going to be pretty much all the stream is today. Nothing too crazy, to be honest, but I like free time events of characters. Is it Mish? Hi, how are you doing, Mish? I hope I said your name right. So, we're going to get into that. We're going to just go in order. So, we'll start with Shin, because Shin is the first one. And I like Shin a lot. Shin is pretty cool. Shin is pretty, he's pretty dope. Where's my multi-shot? There we go. Okay, sorry guys. Yeah, so let's pull this up. There we go. Oh, let me turn the music off. My bad. And this one is called For the Fourth, which I'm kind of curious what the context is. What's For the Fourth? I pushed the library door open. Seems like the type of guy to be here. Yeah, I guess he would be. Shin Tokioka. Bingo. Yep. He seems to be too focused on that book to have noticed me. What's Shin gonna do? I hope this doesn't get too awkward. I took a seat opposite him. Time passed. How deep is that book he's in? How deep in that book is he? Bro was just reading. He loves to read.
Miss?
Please do pick up a book. This is a library after all.
Well,
I was waiting for you to stop reading. I'd like to talk for a bit. Misho Keisha, the 16th student? Okay, dude. In that case, you should have said so instead of staring at me, Miss Fukuhara. What is it that you would like to talk about? I know this is late, but I'm sorry for how I acted when we met. You do not need to apologize for it.
no.
I do. I do stupid things sometimes, but I try to own up to them. Honestly based.
May I ask?
Are you genuinely sorry, or are you telling me this as a formality? If it is the latter, you do not need to bother.
Listen,
I mean it. I extended my hand. Yume Fukuhara, Ultimate Astrologist. Shin looked at me for a few seconds before giving me his hand. That's actually so cool. I like the character development. She realized, like, yeah, no, that was kind of a dickhead move, just not shaking his hand off the get-go. That's actually so... Dude, good on Yume. I am Shin Tokioka, the Ultimate Horologist. It is a pleasure to meet you. We shook.
As a matter of fact,
I must say, I am surprised that you felt the need to genuinely apologize for your actions.
wait, hold on.
Isn't that supposed to be common courtesy? Many do not apologize for their actions. They believe if they ignore their actions, both parties will eventually forget out the issue. They're not entirely wrong. People do apologize. I don't think it's as rare as you're making it out to be.
As a matter of fact,
Some people feel the need to apologize, but they do not do it for the other party. They do it to make them feel better about themselves.
you see,
There is nothing inherently wrong with that approach, but I would prefer that it wasn't clear from the way they conduct themselves. Apologies that sound genuine are few and far between. I must thank you for extending that courtesy to me.
Wait a minute.
I just apologize. It's not anything special. Do people not apologize to you?
indeed.
People such as myself do not usually earn enough respect to want an apology. Oh, Kronzi, hey, how are you? I thank you once again, but I must get going. I sincerely hope we will get along in the future. Shin didn't leave me any time to comment on what he had just said. Bro, why are people not respecting Shin? That's fucked up. What are people doing, dude? I don't think apologies depend on the level of respect, do they? Bro, that's fucked up. He's a weird guy. Okay, no need to shit on my goat. That wasn't necessary. He's here again. I didn't take him for this much of a bookworm.
So?
I didn't think you liked to hang around in the library this much.
Truly fascinating.
The collection of books here is excellent. It is a rarity I have the moment to dive into the pages of a book. I would like to do this regularly.
Well,
Can't you just use a normal library once we're out? Your nonchalantness towards our current situation is concerning.
You see,
I am not welcome in our local library. What? He got banned?
what do you mean?
Yeah, wait, what happened? Did you disturb the peace or something? He doesn't seem like the type of person to do something like that. Bro, what?
unfortunately,
It is because of the Curse of Four. Oh no, the Curse of Four. Wait, is he like Guido Misto from fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventures? Dude, he might be Guido Mista. Do any of you guys in chat watch JoJo's? I don't know if you guys do. Maybe that reference went over your guys' head, but like, dude, Guido Mista has his fucking bullets sex pistol, and he has 6 of them, but they're all they're numbered 1 through 7, but he doesn't have a number 4 one. That's so fucking funny. The Curse of Four. If you truly do not know what that is, Miss Fukuhara, you must come from a rather up-class family. I was born on the 4th year. That brings along its troubles.
Wait, hold on.
That alone can't be it, can it? They can just exclude you because you were born on a specific year. Yeah, wait, what?
if I recall,
It hasn't been allowed for the last few decades, no. Shin continued reading like he had said nothing out of the ordinary. What? He's banned because he was born on the 4th year? You can't just say something like that and not explain. No,
assess
literally.
the situation.
Miss Fukuhara, you are better off not trying to pry into this matter. It will only hurt you in this game we are a part of. Wait, does that mean he's gonna be the next killer? Because then he'd be the 4th person to die? No, I doubt it. I doubt it. You can't just say that without an explanation. Shin sighed.
Unfortunately,
I was born on the 4th year of April. I was born on the 4th of April. It was the 4th day of the 4th month of the 4th year. Damn. 44444. Well, an upper class... I can say this episode is missing a major bit of context, but he was voted in early. Yeah, no, I saw that. I saw you were doing polls for who you should do free time events for next, and it was him, Shiori, and Hana, which I think it's kind of funny that Shiori and Hana are two of them, just because of I mean, I don't think I need to explain further, but I do really like Shin. So, surely we get the Kisho free time events next, right, guys? No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I mean, that would be very cool. I would like to learn more about Kisho, but... I actually, no. Okay. Kisho and Rin. Those are my two big candidates. Those are my two favorite characters. While an upper class area would likely have treated the situation differently, the lower class areas are not as well managed. My existence is a bad omen. That's interesting. I've never been welcome in public spaces.
What do you mean?
How is that supposed to hurt me?
You see?
When others hear this information, their instinct is to distance themselves from me as soon as possible. Many spread it to warn others. However, this hardly seems like the kind of situation where spreading rumors is beneficial to everyone. You would only be perceived as untrustworthy, Miss Fukuhara.
Wait, hold on.
Wouldn't that hurt you more than anyone else? Yoko, Shogo, and Nonaka. Wait, Yoko, Shoko, Nonaka, and Sugu were voted to get. Okay, those are valid choices. Those are pretty valid choices. I feel like all those characters are pretty up there too. Me, I am used to this way of life. I've tried to blend in with the crowd, but have discovered for it to be the best to remain distant. As long as my birthday does not become public knowledge, there will be the least amount of trouble for all parties. I will now be taking my leave. Interesting. My presence is likely making you feel uncomfortable. Farewell. Before I had processed what he said, Shin had picked up his book, put the chair back in its place, and walked out of the library. Why would someone have an issue with a birthday of all things? Avoiding all contact? Is that really the way life should be lived? Poor Shin. I feel bad for him. He's a cool guy, too. Still in the library, huh?
If I recall...
Like I told you before, I must make the most of this opportunity.
Well...
About that. There's something that's been bothering me. You may go ahead. Are you okay with this?
Unfortunately...
I apologize, but I'm unsure as to what you are talking about. Okay with being treated the way you are. Shin let out a small sigh and closed his book. Ooh, he's about to spit some crazy things. I do not mind being treated this way. This is my life. I do not know what it could even look like if others' perception of me changed. However, I do take issue with other fourth years being treated similarly. It is something I am attempting to change, but there is only so much a fourth year can do alone. That sounds difficult. Do you have anyone to rely on?
Indeed.
My parents are supportive of my endeavors. However, sometimes I do wonder if that is because they believe it is their duty. Honestly, W parents for supporting him. How so?
As a matter of fact...
I am an only child. I was adopted by a couple who were not able to bear children themselves. I can say that if you're connecting the fact that 4 can be read as deaf in Japanese, it's like... Okay, I was gonna say, I thought so. I thought that's what, because I think that's what Guido Mista and JoJo says too. Like, I think that's why he freaks out about the number 4. I'm starting to notice a pattern, though. He is also orphan, just like Shiori. No, I doubt that. Maybe there's a pattern. I theorize that they believe by supporting me, they are fulfilling their duties as my parents. I know this might be a difficult question, but are they treating you well? My adoptive parents are the greatest parents I could have asked. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. He deserves it. Shin deserves it, honestly. I am truly lucky to have them in my life. That's so good to hear. Can I ask one more thing? Yes, you may. How about your real parents? Shin seemed to evaluate my expression for a split second before responding. Miss Fukuhara?
Huh?
Yes?
Let me explain.
Those people are not my real parents, nor will they ever be my real parents. That's so... The only ties we have is the blood that runs through my veins. However, I am not tied down by it. My real parents are the ones who raised and nurtured me in a loving environment. That's such a W mindset, honestly. That's actually, like, really fucking wholesome. I'm not gonna lie. That he considers the adoptive parents his, like, real parents. I like that. I really like that about him. I understand your curiosity, but if you are going to inquire about such sensitive subjects, you must treat them with respect. I will tolerate your disrespectful behavior towards me, but I will not accept you speaking that way of my parents. Please excuse me. Yeah, honestly, I think Shin might be number 3 for me. I'm not gonna lie. Before I could find the right words to say, Shin had gotten out of his seat and left. He's sitting in the library again. I shouldn't be surprised at this rate. Took a deep breath and opened the door. Please excuse me.
Wait.
Wait. Deep breaths. Be calm. I'm sorry.
May I ask?
I am unsure as to what you are referring to, Miss Fukuhara. I'm sorry for what I said last time. I shouldn't have. I wasn't considering your feelings. And I apologize for that. I will accept that apology. Thank you for recognizing your mistake.
Well...
Can I sit here? You do not need to ask for my opinion on that. I'll take that as a roundabout way of saying yes. I was left wondering, what are your real parents like? I mean, the ones who raised you.
Assess the situation.
If I may offer some advice, I recommend you learn to pay attention to your word choices. They did their best for what they could do. Honestly, nah, I feel like I'd be doing the same shit as Yume. Like, I feel like I'm sometimes really bad with my word choices too. Sometimes I'd be saying shit and then I'm like, I could have fucking reworded that shit so much better. That's kind of cool he points that out. I grew up in a small village. There were not many other residents. Most of them know each other. There is no keeping secrets in a place like it. The town's children were not fond of me.
Why?
Why not?
You see?
I was not aware of it at first. A rumor was circling around regarding my parents. It said that they had adopted a child with the curse of the four. Curse of the Four is the shorthand term for someone who is born on the 4th day of the 4th month of the 4th year. Understandably, parents do not want their children to associate with someone like that. My mother could not handle seeing how I was treated by others. She could endure anything regarding herself or my father, but the moment it became about me, she would become emotional. My mother tried to hide it the best she could around me, but I could hear her crying daily. She wanted me to have a better life. She told me that it is not me who is in the wrong, but the people around me. W mom, holy shit. I'm sorry to hear that.
Let me explain.
I do not blame the children. It is the culture around 4th years that is the issue. They were conditioned by their environment to act like they did. They did not know what they were doing. What did you say? Does anyone think Danganronpa would be easily survivable if you stayed in your room, or if you killed, just don't make a weirdly elaborate plan? Kurumi could have been found if Ryoma had been left. No, okay, yeah, true. It doesn't make for an interesting story. See, someone in my comment section the other day, it's funny you say about Kurumi, is they basically said that, like, Kurumi put Ryoma into, like, the tank there just because then he would get discovered. Because if she just left him in his room like that, then no one would have found him ever. Like, she wanted to be discovered as soon as possible, so that way she could pretty much go and save the country of Japan as soon as possible. That's the way they explained it. I don't know how 100% true that is, but I feel like I believe that. He'd have been discovered either way. I guess that's true. I mean, I guess eventually they'd have to go looking for him, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like putting him in the fucking, like, thing was kind of fucked up. Just, like, I mean, I know he didn't die as... Wait, how did he die? Did he get waterboarded? Is that what it was? Yeah, I think he got waterboarded. Or drowned. If they noticed he had been missing, they'd have been looking for him in the lab, the first place to check. Okay, yeah, he did. Okay, yeah, it was because he got drowned. I thought so. But yeah, I don't know how true that is. Like, if that's really why she put him in the, whacked over the head, then drowned. Okay, yeah, I thought so. But, man, yeah, no, I'll forever feel so bad about fucking Ryoma, dude. That poor dude did not deserve that shit. But it was for Japan, guys! Japan! All things considered, they could have been worse to me. Physical violence was rare. They would rather use their words.
Huh?
What did they do? They were being rather childish. They would mock me by calling me Shin.
Wait, hold on.
They mocked you by calling you your first name?
As a matter of fact,
Shin is not my legal name. It is only a name that has stuck with me. It is incredibly common for those who learn of my birth date to call me Shin.
What do you mean?
But you introduced yourself as Shin to us, didn't you? I just don't get why you would introduce yourself as Shin if it's an insult. Interesting. There were two girls in the village. Their family had moved in recently and were not aware of the situation. That meant they would not avoid me. However, they would refer to me as Shin. Upon asking, they told me that they had been unaware it was an insult. The younger one explained that they had thought Shin meant heart or true instead of for. We spent a considerable amount of time after that. It changed how you view the name?
I have to agree.
It did. They brought out the name's true meaning.
Well,
That is a nice story. No, it really is.
You see?
They were kind children. I would have done anything for those two. Please excuse me. Oh, he's gonna take his leave. I wonder what his real name is. I wonder what it is. Did I say something wrong again? No, he would have said something about it. What happened? I don't know, maybe he had to go to the bathroom. Library again, huh? Yep. I couldn't help but notice how his usual seat from in the middle of the room had moved to almost in between two of the bookshelves. Wait. I couldn't help but notice how his usual seat from the middle of the room had moved to almost in between the bookshelves. How bad is the situation?
hey?
I keep saying this, but Shin is so cool. Yeah, no, I agree. I know you can hear me.
Look,
Did I say something wrong last time we talked? No, you did not. Even I can see not everything is okay. Do you want to tell the rest of the story?
You see?
There is no more to the story.
look.
You're a horrible liar. Well, we know he's not going to be a killer, because if he's a horrible liar... You were clearly happy when you were talking about your friends, but you just went quiet all of a sudden. Their names were Mai and Sayuri.
Well,
What happened to them? I did know what was happened to everyone around me was injustice. I should not have spent time with them as much as I did. Shin turned his head away from me. Mai was a fourth year. She was murdered only a few months after she turned 16 years old. That's fucked up. That's actually fucked. Let me guess. Did they really murder these two girls because they hung out with him? Bro, that's crazy if that's what's gonna happen. Sayuri did not take well to the news. Both of us had watched Mai being taken away. I do not think Sayuri ever got over that grief. I'm sorry to hear that. How are you managing? Some days are better than others. There's no changing that. I cannot change the past. However, I may be able to change the future. My parents did not deserve the treatment they received for providing me a home and treating me as their own child. Mai did not deserve her fate. However, Mai, Sayuri, and I are not the outliers. Every single person born on a fourth year has faced hardships because of their birthday. We are destined to be mistreated and excluded. I do not believe it is the way we should be viewed. Shin picked up the pocket watch hanging from his breast pocket. Horology is what my biological family was known for. From the way you were speaking about earlier, it sounded like you wanted to cut all ties with them.
You see?
My ties to them is not public knowledge. My biological family was quite influential. If the public found out that they had a son with Curse of the Four, there would be outrage. And so, I was abandoned before that could happen. That's fucked up. Even though I do not want to associate with my biological family, it is what grants me some of my resemblance of influence. I do know that influence is not much, but even I must admit that it has its occasional advantages. It is a tool for bringing change.
Hey?
Good luck. If there are any small ways I can help, tell me. I'll see what I can do. Shin looked at me for a longer time than usual.
Even though the probabilities are slim, if there is a day I am able to bring change, please do tell me if the stars are on my side.
Of course. All you need to do is ask. Damn, that's it. Right? I know, there's... Oh shit, this is the art you sent me! I really like that. I really did. That was so fucking good. That was really fucking good. I like that. I like Shin's... Dude, I already really did like Shin. But man, that really just boosted him up. That really did. I think he might be... Yeah, I think he might be my third favorite now. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe... Okay. He's my second favorite until we get more about Rin. Because I want to know more about her. I want to know more about what's going on with her. But yeah, overall, very good. I really like that. I really did like his free time events. It definitely makes me appreciate him a lot more as a character too. That's like that. Yeah, I really like that. All right, let's watch Hana's next. Is Keisha the #1 fave? Oh yeah, you know it's gonna be Keisha. Come on, you don't even have to ask that. Oh, hi Yume. Hey. Could you help me out for a bit? The dust is driving me crazy, so I'd like to get rid of it. We've investigated this room enough, haven't we? It shouldn't be an issue. Will you help me?
Here.
Sure. I'm not a huge fan of dusting, but I might as well. No, this is sad. Dude, that is such a fucking sad like way to go, dude. With the poisoning where she was slowly, dude, man. Fuck, man. That I do really miss Hana. She was a really good character. Great, let's go to the storage room. Let's see if we can find supplies. After persuading Rin, two of us got to work. Rin mentioned. Soon the classroom was in pristine condition. We sat down at the tables in exhaustion. DRFR free time events are pretty different from the canon DR FTEs, both in structure and content. Like, what do you mean when you say that? Like, how would you say that? Like, what would you say makes them different? Like, you get to learn a lot more about, like, their past and stuff? Happy this moment, dead later on. Like, it's not It's not ever fast, just the second she passes, she's dead. Just imagine having control when you die at the same time not. That's, yeah, no, that shit is fucked. Honda's the closest to the canon one since they were written first, but the rest are different. Interesting, okay. Let's see if I figure out what you mean here. Phew, that was a lot of work. Kind of reminds me of taking care of all the animals at home. How many do you have? It shouldn't be that big of an exercise. Basically, DRFR free time events go more into detail, and I feel like when you get to Shiori's free time events, you'll see you get what I mean. Okay, alright, I'll take your word. It would take a long time to do the math. And I'd probably mess up the count anyway. I basically live on a farm. It's a lot of fun being surrounded by all kinds of animals and plants. Can't say I'm surprised. Were your parents botanists too?
Yeah.
My mom is. I think I have mentioned earlier, but my dad's a cook. Mom takes care of plants and animals while Dad takes care of food. And about Hana's death, there may be a reason why the BDA didn't play immediately. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I kind of figured as much. Yeah, that makes sense. Our family traditionally cooks for many different events, and for the most important one is Luck Festival. We also kind of stumbled into taking care of both plants and animals. I don't really know how we ended up there, considering we already had a purpose. I'm taking care of the plant side.
So?
So you're just following your parents' footsteps? Well, yeah.
Well...
Are you forcing yourself to do it? No, not really. Originally, I was supposed to become the cook, but my brother and I both took interest in each other's jobs. We just switched. It wasn't a big deal. Our parents didn't force us to do what we do. They just pushed us a bit into that direction. I have a ton of things I want to do, and I've never been discouraged from pursuing those. Same goes for my brother.
Well...
That's good to hear. I love my family. They're everything to me. I don't think I could live without them. Even though my brother's a bit annoying sometimes, he's still important to me. And I know I'm important to him too.
Huh?
How can you really know that? We're family. Family cares for each other. For example, once we got into a big fight, we screamed at each other and ended up running away from the playground we were on. Then I fell from a swing. I think I screamed really loud and started crying.
Wait, hold on.
What happened after that?
Well...
He came back to see what was going on. After that, he helped me get back home. That's sweet of him. He's a bit brash, but I'll always be there for him. Just as he is there for me. He'll be waiting outside cheering us on to get out of here. Damn. That's a grim image to think about. Just you wait, yeah. Fuck, man. Hi, Yume. Are you busy? No, not really. You wanna grab some juice from the laundry room and talk a bit? Not the juice. No, don't take the juice. Don't do it. Sure.
I'm so happy!
Let's go. Our conversation went by quickly.
Isn't it?
This juice is so good.
Wait.
How did you even get it out of the machine?
Oh.
I've been searching around the school, and once in a while I come across these weird coins. Well, she found the mono coins, guys. The machine accepts them for some reason. I see. That's strange. I've seen stranger. Nature gets really weird sometimes. I don't think this is comparable. And people are the strangest of them all. I know, I'm sitting next to one right now. Hey! Hey, Sonia, if you have to go somewhere, don't feel like you have to stay. Like, I'm not holding you at gunpoint saying you gotta stay in the stream. Do what you gotta do. I meant it in a good way. That's good to hear. The people I was talking about weren't the same.
Huh?
What happened?
Wow.
Well, it's rare. I do work on my own. It's team-based. We were all supposed to be equal. But recently, they started to look down on us. It wasn't just me, but my brother and parents as well. We were being left out, not given sufficient information, and sometimes even sabotaged. Bro, why? Sometimes they'd even make comments at me. What did you do? Probably nothing. Yeah. Just assholes.
Wait a minute.
What do you mean you did nothing? Why didn't you tell anyone? That's not an environment where someone should work. Nothing was being done. I tried too many times to count. But all that came out of it was them gossiping even more.
Wait, hold on.
Do you even know why?
Sorry.
I don't. That's strange. I should know it. I'm sure I do.
Well...
Maybe your mind is trying to protect itself?
Well...
I guess that could be. In any case, I'll have to continue with the group once we get out of here.
Listen.
Is it really that important? Shouldn't it be better to just find another team? This is only the free time events, right? Nothing else? Yeah, no, we're just doing free time events today. On Tuesday is when we're going to start chapter 2, which I'm very excited for. I'm very, very excited for that. That's not as easy as you make it sound. Don't worry though, I'll be fine. I always have been. Interesting. So she's getting harassed at the workplace. Oh, bye then. Bike sword, bike run. See you, Sonia. I don't know tomorrow if I'll be streaming or not. I haven't really thought too much about it. I do want to try to kind of work on some of my videos, especially like my Albuquerque vlog, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, hi, Yume. Are you here to hang out with me? If you don't mind. What do you want to do? The decision is all yours. We walked around the facility idly chatting before settling down to a comfy spot. Phew.
So?
If you don't mind, there's something I'd like to ask. Oh, what is it?
Think about it.
If the place you work at isn't treating you well, and you have other dreams, why don't you just pursue those instead? I usually don't notice that you're 2 years younger than me, but that makes it crystal clear. It couldn't have been that bad of a question.
Wow.
You're right, but it shows you don't have a lot of work experience.
Well,
Or maybe I just don't remember it. Sorry. Pursuing your dreams is difficult. I have so much I'd like to do, but it's easier to take what has already been handed to me. Especially since what's being handed is something I'm interested in.
so?
You say you have a lot, but you never gave examples.
Wow.
I mean, I already mentioned wanting to be an idol, but I also want to go around the world. I want to go to a really nice diner, at least once. I want to find love, get married, and have kids. I want to be a cool mom, the kind of one you'd want to hang out with. That's a lot of plans. But at the same time, I still want to pursue botanism. Diving deeper into fields of biology would be super cool as well. At the same time, though, I could try my hand at sports, like picking up ballet again. Or then I could just hang out with some friends and have a cool beach party. Starring in a movie would also be really cool. Or maybe I could try to break a world record. Something totally weird and unexpected. Or then I could try and actually learn how to cook. I'd like to do that too. That's certainly a lot. Hey, don't hate on the grind though. There's nothing wrong with like all of those. Let her have her dreams. There's so much and I don't know how to decide. From your dreams, it sounds like you're the younger one. Setting your sights on something and pursuing it isn't as easy as you might think. Especially when you have responsibilities. Working the team is my responsibility. I just can't run away from it. And I don't dislike the work I do either. Bro, I relate to Hana on a fucking dude. I relate to her hardcore. She's spitting. She's actually spitting right now. I guess the situation is complicated.
Yeah.
But I'll manage. It'll pass with time, I'm sure of it. Hi, Yume. Hey. I'd like to talk to you for a bit. Is that okay?
Oh.
Of course it is.
Well,
You told me about your dreams the last time we talked. I know this is none of my business, but why are they so diverse? Stranger would be the more accurate word.
wow.
I'm interested in a lot of different things. Things like breaking an unspecified world record doesn't really show specific interest to me. I got caught, huh?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Um,
It's not the act of doing it all that interests me. It's something else. Let's hear it. I just want to do something I can be remembered for.
wait a minute.
Are you scared of being forgotten? Oh no.
Yeah.
A bit, yeah. Or well, it's not just a little. The team ignored me. I feel like I'm being locked down on. I barely have time to hang out with my friends. if I just do something, if I just do nothing once, or once I die, I'll just fade away. There's nothing for anyone to look back on and say, hey, remember Hana? It's making me more and more anxious. This killing game is reminding me how close to death is every second. Bro, no. No. You've been thinking a lot.
Sorry.
I have nothing to distract myself with. The situation is forcing me to do that. Krause, you're evil for this, bro. That is... okay. Oh my god. You're low-key kind of evil for this. Man. Man, dude. Dude. About the whole not wanting to be forgotten thing, what comforts me is knowing I won't be around to see people who forget my name, so it doesn't really bother me. Understandable. I know it's probably selfish, but I don't want to die for nothing. Who could forget a goofball like you? You're not someone I would forget easily, even if I wanted to. That's true. She did say that. You're right. But that's still evil. This is still evil, nonetheless. Is that a compliment? Even so, I don't think personally... Even so, I don't think personality has anything to do with it. We had a family friend when my brother and I were young. They'd come over to play and take care of us. They died in a car accident. They weren't spoken about after that. You just spoke about them right now, though. It was like they had been wiped from existence. Like they had never been here. I don't want to end up like that. I wanted to say something to reassure Hana, but couldn't find the right words. I just stood there, letting her cry on my shoulder. Why do people forget so easily? I wish I knew the answer to that question.
Well...
Damn, dude. Hey, Hana?
Huh?
What is it? Do you want to talk for a bit?
Sorry.
Yeah, no. I'm starting to get feels, dude. I'm like starting to get like, dude. Okay, I know what she's saying, but man, dude, fuck me, man. Dude, okay. I'm gonna kind of pause for a bit to give a tiny little story time, dude. Just because it kind of relates to what she was talking about, and I kind of want to include, I don't want to just be reacting to this the whole time. Like, I want to give like a little story, if you guys are down for that. When I graduated high school, however many years ago, one of my classmates fucking died in a car accident before he got to graduate, dude. And I have to drive past that road sometimes. And let me just say, I don't drive past that road without thinking about him, dude. Like, even though that was like, what, like 3 or 4 years ago now? Like, it's really kind of hard to forget something like that. And like, even like other classmates that I've had that have like passed away. Like, I constantly like, I'm always kind of like thinking about that, dude. It's genuinely just so fucking sad that these people just don't get to, live out their lives, and they die so fucking young. Whether it be car accident, complications, all that stuff. It is genuinely so fucking sad, man. It really is. And like I said, I try not to think about it because it genuinely does like make me pretty sad to think about, but I can like, I don't know, when she said about that, I just kind of instantly just thought about that. It's, yeah. Sorry to not to trauma dump, not to, I just want to give a little story time. So yeah, that's a little real life lore for you guys. After that, I'm going to eat and then try to investigate.
Listen.
It's really important. You need to hear this. But I still have time. Is that what we talked about last time? I nodded.
Well,
Do you want to get some juice?
yes.
Sure. We moved to a quiet spot and sat down. I had difficulty getting my mouth open, but Hana was being patient. Time passed.
Well,
Didn't you want to say something? It's just difficult to put into words.
sorry.
Ah. Well, I'm listening.
So?
You talked about your family friend yesterday. Yeah?
Think about it.
They haven't been forgotten. You still remember. That's literally exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. I do. I do remember them.
So?
Just like them, there's no way I'd forget about you. You're my friend after all. Yume. Thank you. That's a relief. Is that going to stop me from doing all those things? The answer to that is no, right? Or the answer to that is no, isn't it? Of course. Even though now I don't need to be anxious about it, I can still let other people see what I can do. Show them the chaos you are. Hey, I'm not a chaos. That's exactly what you are. I guess you're right. Because I remember they haven't been forgotten.
Well,
Not only that, but talking about dead people might be difficult. It can bring up painful memories. Just like when you cried. It wasn't that bad, was it?
wait a minute.
I never said you weren't allowed to cry. Have you thought about the people who you don't know?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Well,
They might have other people they knew, people who cared about them. If you remember from them from what you were wait, pause. If you remember them from when you were just a child, then what about those close to them? They'd remember even if you didn't know it. You're right.
No matter who you are, there will always be people who remember you. That's a comforting thought. You promise that you won't forget me? I won't forget you either.
We talked for a bit longer. There's a strong bond between us. Something that wouldn't be easily broken. It won't fade. No. I won't let it fade. Oh, dude. Alright, listen. Can I just be honest? Can I be honest with you guys? I think this is my favorite thing in Rampa. I'm gonna be so honest. I really am. I genuinely think I do. Dude, there's just so... Dude. You literally wrote this so fucking well. Like, what? Oh my god, bro. I'm sorry, but like, I love Despair Time. I love cartoons in Danganronpa. I love, well, okay, listen, I don't have enough experience with Eden's Garden to have much of a take on that one yet, but like, dude, I swear, Kanzi, you literally capture like emotions so fucking good in this. Like, bro. That's, yeah. That, and like the other reason why I really like this one so much is just like, I don't know, I feel like this is like the series that, like, I feel like, how would you say it? I like, I don't know, I have a personal connection to this series just because like we have the whole key show, how do you say it? We've got the whole key show gag. Like, I don't know, I really hold this series so close to me, honestly. I really love it. I do. Alright. Last one. Here we go. Misho? Misho, hold on. No, oh yeah, like here's, like, I don't really like bringing up Eden's Garden because I feel like Eden's Garden is not really a fair comparison because, like, you can actually, like, play it. But, like, of, like, YouTube series ones, this is my favorite. I'm not even gonna, like, sit here and cap with you, dude. This is my favorite. It really is. It's so fucking well written. I'm a sucker for really good stories. What can I say? And really good character developments. Like, dude, this right here. She's not my favorite in fiction, but Nico Robin from One Piece, one of the best written characters of all fucking time, dude. I love her story. I love fucking, character development and plot is so fucking, like, easily the two things that carry the story most for me. Sorry, I'm kind of struggling to, like, word things right, but yeah. Good character development and good character writing is, to me, the most essential part of the story. That's what I would say. That is what I will tell you. Alright. Final one. Also, I'm looking at the length of the upcoming ones. So, it looks like these are all 43-minute episodes. And honestly, I think whenever I do these streams, unfortunately, guys, I want to do one episode per stream from, like, here on out. I don't, like, I genuinely do regret speed running through chapter 1. That's one of my biggest regrets with this series, dude. I really wish I would have taken my time more with it, because I got fucking hooked in it and I didn't want to take a break. So, from here on out, I'm only doing one episode for each stream. other than these free time events. But yeah, I wanna let it like simmer. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad because character development and story is very important to me as well. DRFR. Yeah, no, it's story and character development are what I would say are the two best. Yeah, so the main thing between DRFR free time events and canon free time events is that DRFR free time events are basically side stories with their own small arcs. I noticed that. Yeah, I did notice that. I feel like hers was kind of, like you said that she didn't. Hana's didn't really have that, but I feel like she kind of did. Am I tweaking? I might be tweaking, but absolutely agree with that statement. Characters are probably the most essential part in any story. Yeah, because like if you have shitty characters like that I don't care about, like, well, if I okay, I see. Um, that's what you meant. Gotcha. But yeah, I don't know, if you write characters that just don't have any impact, like especially in Danganronpa, like I think it's very important that you're doing it for this, because then it just fucking hurts even more when these characters die. Like, if something happens to Shin and he dies after all of like the, you know, after all the shit that like I kind of just learned about him, then I'm gonna be pretty fucking sad. I won't lie. Other than like, you know, yeah, you need to create that emotional investment. Exactly. That's how you write good characters. Because if you just kill them off and they're just like, I don't know. That's why people don't care when fucking Leon dies. Like or like, compare Leon's execution to like someone like Gundam. Like, I know that's not really a fair comparison because Leon's a chapter 1 victim or a chapter 1 killer, and then Gundam's a chapter 2 or yeah, chapter 4 killer. But like, you would like someone like Gundam more because he's just a better written character for the most part. Like the only thing you really care about with Leon is like, oh no, he can't become a pop star now, guys. Oh no. Well, I mean, maybe it's a little bit more to it than that, but like you know what I'm saying. Leon's execution is so much more brutal and raw compared to Gundam. Okay, here's what I'm going to say about that right now, though. It is, but if you ask me, Gundam's execution is a lot more symbolic. Sayaka Maizono and Rantaro Amami. You care more about Maizono's death because she had a story. Rantaro just kind of existed there. Okay, that's a better comparison. That's true. You're right. You're right. That's probably a better comparison of the two. I would agree on that one. But yeah, no, I was gonna say with Gundams, like yeah, like the execution for Leon's is more brutal, but the thing is with Gundams is that you see him put the hamsters to the side, and then he goes and he tries to make that like, I don't know what you call it. I don't want to say summoning circle because that's not what it's actually. Is it pentagram? I don't remember what the exact word is. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is the reason why Gundams is more emotionally investing to me at least is because at the end, he like the whole time throughout the story, he's going and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the evil lord of hell, Gundam Tanaka." Like, you know, he's going on and yapping about how he's like the king of hell, and then you know what they do? They send him to fucking heaven. Not only because, one, it goes against what he said as like a character, like what he would constantly say. So it's like not only is that a blow to the face, but like to us the viewers, it's also kind of like, yeah, no, Gundam was always like a nice guy. He's just putting on this fucking edgy act. So it like hits in like more than one place if you really sit there and think about it. So that's what I'll say. Anyway, I apologize for yapping on for so long. I'm drinking a yappuccino, I guess, but yeah, true. And yeah, I felt nothing for Gundam exactly. What the fuck is wrong with you, Sword? What is wrong with you? Not. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Exactly though. Yeah, he's a chuny. but it's just an act. It's literally just an act. Anyway, let's get to Shiori, because I'm interested to see what we're going to talk about for her. I wonder if we're going to talk about the stuff she was kind of elaborating on before she died. Alright, this is the last one. That's understandable, Sword. No worries. I'm just playing with you. You stalled for long enough. Just go. Your Turn to Die is so far one of the few games to make me cry. I really have to finish Your Turn to Die too. I never got to finish chapter 2, I think. I don't remember which chapter it was. Anyway. Hi. I shouldn't be surprised by the death stare.
Hey.
What do you want?
Look,
Am I not allowed to use the library? What books are you looking for? Thought so. If you have nothing to do here, just go away.
no.
No, there's something I should do.
Huh?
Yeah? What?
Well,
I'm here to apologize.
Oh?
Huh? We started off on the wrong foot. I shouldn't have said the things I did. I'm sorry. I guess that's something. Don't misinterpret that. I don't trust you. The fact that you felt comfortable saying the things you did to a complete stranger says a lot about you. I'm not as forgiving as some other people.
huh?
And why is that?
Hey.
You really don't know social cues, do you? It's none of your business. It's not about to... I'm not about to act buddy-buddy with you because you showed me basic human decency. You're doing the bare minimum. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta take a call really quick. I will be right back. I'm just gonna mute quick. Alright, I got trolled, guys. Literally got butt dialed. Gotta love that. Anyway. You sound like you're used to everyone treating you well. Shade Arts, hi, how are you? Treating me well? What a joke. I just have standards. If I let everyone have their way and trample all over me, I'd have more people in my life than I'd know what to do with. It's called boundaries. And right now, my boundary is that I don't want you prying into my life. It's none of your business. I'm not about to give you any justifications for trying to kill me, nor am I going to give you something you're going to use against me. So go away. Go away before I make you. I kind of hope that throughout this we kind of learn more about her relationship to Athena. I'd love to know more about that. What are you doing here? Getting breakfast? Am I not allowed to? Oh, if it's just that, then it's fine.
Well,
I can't say I don't understand your reluctance to share anything. You don't seem the type to overshare either. If nothing else, at least you're not that much of a hypocrite.
think about it.
It's safer this way. Finally, someone gets it. You never know who's there just trying to gain something out of you. Too many people approach me only because of my looks or status. They think I'm some kind of wallflower. They don't care about me. That type's the worst. Even though I couldn't recall any experience of those types of people, what Shiori had described felt all too familiar. You just end up wishing they'd go away.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, if you're going to approach someone, think about who's actually in there. Is the outer casing all people look at? Is it really that difficult to look inside even for a second?
Here.
To be fair, it's difficult to look inside when you don't know anything about them.
Hey.
I didn't mean that. There's a difference between approaching someone as a person and approaching them as a means to an end. The difference is basic human decency. I didn't think you'd bring up a deep topic like that after saying you don't want to overshare. Maybe it's oversharing in its own way. It's a warning, not an invitation. I'm keeping my eye on everyone.
So?
It's a sensible thing to do. We are in a killing game after all. We need to watch our backs. After the first impressions, I didn't think we'd find any common ground. Though, it's not just because it's a killing game that you need to watch your back. If there's no one to watch your back for you, you need to step up. That was a bit too heavy for me. I'm going to go now. Have a nice meal. Well, that's kind. Thanks. No one to watch your back for you, huh? That applies to everyone here. The way she talks about it, though? Is that her whole life? Getting into it, huh? There she is again. Something about what she said last time is bothering me. I know it's none of my business. But even so, I can't shake off the feeling that she's trying to reach out. Why else would she say things like that in the first place? She keeps saying she doesn't want to overshare, but does it anyway. I doubt it's just out of carelessness. Am I reading too deep into this? I'm gonna head out for now. Feeling extra tired. See you, Sword. Thanks for stopping by. I see you. Stop stalking me. What is it?
So?
Nothing.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, right. You just tend to stare at people from behind the bookshelf for fun, huh? And don't even try to say you were just dozing off. I've heard that excuse too many times to count. Fine, there's something I want to ask you about. Oh, and your way of going about it is to hide from me? That's great.
Look,
It wasn't out of hostility or something like that. I wasn't sure if I should ask. Since when have you cared about others' feelings? I already apologized for the Athena thing, didn't I? I even told you I shouldn't have said it. It's fine if you don't want to talk to me. Just tell it to me and I'll go. Fine. I'll hear you out. You do want to talk about your personal life, don't you? Didn't I literally just tell you I'm not going to overshare? I'm not going to give you any ammunition.
so?
Is that how you really view it? All information is ammunition to you?
This is ridiculous.
This isn't the time. This isn't the place. And you aren't the person I'd spill this to.
Look,
Then who is it? Hana. I've seen you hang around Hana. If you'd rather talk to her, that's fine too. I can go get her for you.
listen.
It's not about that, is it? Fine. I don't really have anyone to talk to. Is that what you wanted to hear?
Well,
If you want to talk about it, I can listen.
Yeah, and
And the second you get a chance, you're going to use it against me. Stop saying the same thing over and over again. Speak your mind already. Like, holy shit, put the fries in the bag. You want to, don't you? My parents died in a car crash. They're coming back from Luck Festival preparations. Situation felt too convenient. I think it might have been on purpose.
so?
Have you been alone since then? I don't know how to word it. I was bounced around the system. The older you are, the less likely you are to get adopted. I was 9. That's too old for them. Because of my family name, people would try to care for me. But they didn't care about me. They only cared about the status they thought they'd gain out of it. And once they didn't get it, they'd throw me out like I was a toy. In the end, my aunt took me in to save face. That wasn't a family for me. They only cared for their own daughter. It was always about my cousin. She did this, she did that. She's progressing so well. She'll be able to lead them all one day. I was just there to listen to Papa's lineage and craft. Nothing more. She tried to be my real sister at first, but my aunt and uncle did everything they could to distance her. After a while, she became selfish and spoiled. It was so clear from her eyes she viewed me as someone below her. I just can't handle relationships. I can't maintain them. I try and try, but everyone around me just pushes away. Or pushes me away. I just don't know what to do. Slowly, Shiori's rambling became more and more incoherent. I didn't understand half of it. No, that wasn't the point. I didn't need to understand any of it. Okay, she needs someone to talk to. Someone to let this all out to. Just someone who is willing to listen. Oh. She's knocking at the door? It's soon nighttime. Who could it be at this hour? Okay, I have a question, Kronzy. Are all of these events like canon? Like, does this actually happen, or is this like in like another scenario that this would have happened? Like, or not another scenario, but like another timeline where, I don't know, Hana didn't die or some shit, or like did she actually get the bond with like pretty much everyone? Who could it be at this hour? I contemplated my choice to open the door for a moment. I decided to take the risk and open it. To my relief, the face on the other side of the door didn't seem hostile.
Hey.
It has to be non-canon. The relationships would look quite different if these had. I guess that's true. I was gonna say, because the other thing is like, I don't know. I feel like Yume would have had different reactions to some of the stuff in the trial had she known this. That makes sense. I was just curious because I was like, I wonder if like she actually does like know all this stuff and like Shiori actually would knock on her door and stuff. But that makes sense. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. The only one that I would guess would probably be actually canon would probably be the Hana ones. But even then, like that might honestly be like a stretch. But I mean you're the creator, so I mean you know what's canon and what isn't. But like, if I had to personally guess based on like all these, I'd imagine that's the only one that would realistically actually happen. Especially since Yume was kind of like, I don't know, maybe later down the line in the Killing Game, depending on how she is or like how her character develops and whatnot, maybe she'd be doing this. But that makes sense though. I guess I didn't really think of it like that. What is she doing here? Well, were you doing anything important?
Well,
No, not really. If free time events take place in an alternate universe, that means somewhere out there there's a universe where Misho is the mastermind. Dude, Misho is crazy. Hana's the only realistically canon-ish one, at least for now. The only other one I could see possibly being canon once it's done is the Shogo one, because I imagine that one's going to be interesting. Because Shogo's the character that I predict is going to pretty much be like the deuteragonist from like this point on. Him or Yoko. One of those two. She's shifting around so much. What's going on? What is it? Do you want to talk in the library?
huh?
Why the library? Come on, she's the ultimate librarian. You don't have to ask this question, Yume. You know.
Hey.
Would you rather I try to barge into your room? Fine. Wait, do you actually like have like all the free time events like pretty much written already? It's just like when you would have to like create the video for it. Cause like I'm kind of, I swear to God, I mean I highly doubt you would, but I swear to God, if Misho actually becomes canon, I think I'd lose my mind. That'd be fucking crazy.
Well,
I don't expect him to become canon. That'd be fucking Misho, bro. Sorry for trauma dumping on you last time. I shouldn't have done that. Don't worry about it. I told you to do it. I don't have scripts, but I know generally what each of the free time events are going to be about. Okay, that makes sense. You're not going to use that event information against me, are you?
Look,
I told you I'm not. Are you completely sure?
listen.
Yes. What would I even gain out of it? I can't know if you're planning a murder. Even if I was, you'd probably steer the trial in the wrong direction. It'd be much more useful. Okay, dude. Get over it already. Hoping over it isn't going to do anything. Shiori sighed. Gotcha, okay. I just can't stop. All it's... Okay, she didn't just say that. All that's going through my mind is survive, survive, survive. Survive no matter what happens. Do you have experience with that? Not in this kind of situation. I defend for myself since I was young. I moved on my own when I was 16. And the second I turned 16, the weight of everything that fell onto my shoulders was too much. Bro, she moved out when she was 16? Bro, I wish I could fucking move out at my age, but America's economy is fucked, dude. I can't really do that anytime soon. I wish. My parents left behind a lot of responsibilities. They were the ones in charge of the National Library. At that point, everything maintenance related fell on me.
Think about it.
The library didn't run on its own for 5 years. Who was in charge before? Some no-names. The ones working straight under my dad. That library and its workings have been entrusted to my family for centuries. Like with all the other family businesses, it goes from the parents to the oldest child. Everything else is just a safety measure. If only Papa was just a few years older. My life would have been so much easier. I would have had the luxury of my cousin's position. She got the flashy one. Instead, I'm the one stuck with the dangerous job.
Wait, hold on.
How is running a library dangerous? As the National Library, we store all sorts of documents. Some of those are things people would really like to get their hands on. The access has been restricted for a reason. The less you know about them, the better. I didn't know something like that was going on behind the scenes. Really? At this point, it's practically an open secret. It's all you ever hear about. If it's not my looks, that's the reason why people want to get close to me. Interesting. They do nothing but leech. Nothing but drag me down. As if just being alone wasn't hard enough. I guess all I have left is Athena. After that, it was like Shiori had shut down. No words I said would comfort her. No matter what I said, there was no reaction. All I could do was take her back to her room. Okay, the other character I do say that I would say I definitely want to know more about too, probably Reiji, or Reggie, or I don't know how you pronounce his name, if it's Reiji or Reggie, but like you know who I mean, the Ultimate Illustrator. I would love to hear about him because like to me, he's just like I don't know, he seems like such a monotone, like even worse than like Shin, I would say. Like, not that's not me shitting on Shin, obviously, but, like, Okay, it is Reiji. Alright, I thought so. I wanted to make sure. I thought as much. But I definitely want to learn more about him. I don't know, he just seems like such a weird character. Like, he just like his attitude and his demeanor. Over the past few days, Shiori had started spending more time with me. She wouldn't always talk to me, but it felt like whenever I went, she would be nearby. Like there's something she wanted to say but couldn't. Like there was a reason she had to keep some tabs on me. I see you. I'm not hiding. Wait, this is crazy. This is like the exact opposite of how this started. Now she's the one that's kind of like hiding around, not like talking to her first. That's kind of funny. I like that. But you've been following me.
Really?
No, I haven't. I happen to be going in the same direction. Okay, dude, stop the cap.
Look,
Then why did you follow me in here? If there's something you need to say, just say it. I just don't get it. When you introduced yourself, why did you have to start it off like that?
huh?
Like what? The second you were done with introductions, you started insulting me. But what you've done after that completely contradicts it. You're at least trying to be considerate and nice. Why couldn't you just do that from the start? I don't even know myself. Why was that the first thing I did? Was it out of distrust? Was it out of stress? I don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
This is ridiculous.
What do you mean?
Well,
I don't know why I did it. I guess I was on edge that day. You can't blame me for being stressed after being kidnapped. I see. I thought we already went over this. Why is it still bothering you? Do you still think I'm going to use what you've told me against you? It's a possibility I just can't cross off. The first thing you did was disrespect her, and that's not something minor.
look.
I was just trying to get more information on our situation.
Yeah, and
So trying to get more information allows you to trample on the memory of someone? I didn't know it was a sensitive topic. My mom believed that Athena was the library's guardian. I was still young when my mom died. It's one of the few things I still have left of her. The first impression of someone being outright disrespectful for it? How would you react? I didn't know. I couldn't have known. I'm sorry. I won't say I forgive you, but I'm not holding it against you anymore. It's just too important to forgive and forget. It's one of the only things that still have left. If that connection was all I have for the rest of my life, so be it. Though, it would be nice to have a person in my life who loved me.
Well,
I don't know in what way you mean that love, but when we get out of here, I don't think everyone will go their separate ways. If nothing else, we can be their support. As support, huh? I guess that's a step forward.
For now, the only thing I have is a memory. I'll find someone someday. Someone to share my life with. Someone who can make me feel loved. I'm looking forward to that day.
Damn. Wow. I liked them all. I really did. I liked all of the free time events. And I really like the art that goes with them too. Like I said it earlier in the messages when you sent me these for the thumbnail, but like I really like how all of these look. They're all really cool. I also just really like, okay, when it comes to her character, I really like how you handle Athena. Like comparing her to someone like Angie, where Angie constantly brings up Atua. I don't know. Okay, to be fair, I never played her free time events, so I don't know how Angie's connection to Atua really is. But I like her connection to Athena a bit more than Angie's connection to Atua, if I'm gonna be real with you. But yeah, I genuinely really liked all of these. I thought they were all really fun. I thought they were all really good. Like the characters that like man, I don't know, just like that little bit of the character development just really makes their characters just all the more better. I really do like it. Oh, you know what? Okay. Before I end stream, there is one other question I wanted to ask you about. Well, it wasn't really anything personal. It was just mostly that. Okay. I was gonna say I didn't think it was, but I don't know too well. But I have one more question for you, right? Because it's something that I've noticed for a bit now, and well, I noticed it since the character's introduction, but I wanted to ask you about it because I don't know what it is. Let me see. Where's the episode that he's in? Is it in this one? I think it's this one. Okay, I just need to find him. Is he right here? I feel like he's on the first floor. No? Okay. All right. Well, anyway, I'll just fucking ask it. So, Mamoru, right? What is the thing that he has on his hand? Like, what is that? Is that the fucking Infinity Gauntlet to making beats? As the ultimate music producer? Like, does he have like the guitar stone and the fucking drum stone and all that? Like, what is the glove that he always has that he's wearing? I just always was like, what is that glove that he's always holding up? He's got the power glove. Yeah. What is that? I always just, every time his character shows on screen, I'm like, what the fuck does he have on his hand? Like, bro's got the fucking Infinity Gauntlet to making beats. That's what it is to me. That's the beat gauntlet. I don't, it's little character details like that I notice. I'm trying to think of like any other characters have like anything super distinct. But that's like the one thing I've just noticed. I'm always like, what the fuck does Mamoru have on his hand? What is that? And I've that's just a glove that basically functions like a brake sock. It's for a better grip. Wait, what is he gripping? What is like he used that for? Like, I know it's a stupid question, but cause I'm trying to think. Like, what does he like? What does he need to grip? Like with being the ultimate music producer. Is he in this one? Where is Mamoru? Audio mixers have a lot of little knobs. It helps with fine. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know what it was, and I was very curious, and I was like, I just gotta know what the fuck he always has on his one hand. That's just like, I don't know, it's just a silly looking big glove. And that's Mamoru's Infinity Gauntlet to me. It's his music making gauntlet. That's what I've seen it as. That's interesting. Yeah, that's news to me. Interesting. I'm trying to think. You know what? Before we end stream, I will. I want to talk about some of the community polls that we have left. So let's go through the characters who have unfortunately been eliminated from the cosplay. Korekio Shinguchi. So I will not be the Seesaw Man. This one hurts me. I'm gonna be so honest. Honestly, I don't even know if those called break gloves or even thing, but it's something I designed for him because I thought it'd be something that would be practically okay. I was gonna say I wasn't too sure, but this hurts me, dude. I really wanted to maybe do Rantaro. I thought Rantaro would be a cool cosplay to do, but I guess people want me to do Pekka more. That's so fucking evil. Okay, you know, I am glad I don't have to do Hifumi. That makes me feel better. Not that being a Buki makes me feel any better, but, you know, that's gonna be interesting. Mr. Going Fishing. He lost that one. Damn. Toko? Really? I don't know. Okay, I am glad Hajime won. Please, if anything. Let my goat Hajime please win. And then I want to talk about these really quick. I think people just want you to dress up as a good. No, I know that's what it is. Yeah, I'm getting set up. To be fair, I set myself up, but granted, I would have thought some people would have actually wanted me to do like a Rantaro one. But yeah, I set myself up. I'll admit it. But I want to talk about this and this one because in the video, I had a comment that was like, they pretty much went on to say, hey, I don't really think it's fair that you didn't include Genocide Jack because Genocide Jack is essentially her own character from Toko. Like, they're two different characters. I mean, 36% of people did want you to dress. That's true, but it wasn't as close as like something like this. I mean, okay, I'm not shitting on Pekko, by the way. Pekko is a girl boss. Let's make that clear. Pekko is a fucking girl boss. But Rantaro, like, look at his drip! His drip is, like, immaculate, dude. How can you hate on the drip of Rantaro? But I guess, I get it. I gotta dress up as a badass swordswoman. I get it. Anyway, yeah, so they were basically saying, it's not really fair that I didn't count the altars. So I'm doing these two now. Someone also mentioned about Alter Ego. That one I'm not 100% sure on if I should do or not. But I like thinking back on it, I don't know why I didn't include these two. But I mean, I'm glad to see that they're both A-tier characters that people think. I'm very glad about that. Like I like both of these characters a lot. They're both really good. Oh, and then on this one, 68% for Monokuma. People were asking me, how the fuck are you gonna pull off a Monokuma cosplay? Let me see. Someone sent me a picture of it the other day, but like I feel like a Monokuma cosplay would be fire. There was like this really cool one. Was it this? I don't know if it was this one or not. But like, bro, tell me some of these aren't cool. Like, yeah, this one, like that. Like, bro, I think doing that would be really fucking sick. Like, I don't know. I feel like I could maybe pull this off. See, the only problem with this is it's very makeup reliant, I guess you could say. Wait, these glasses are kind of fire. Those are sick. If Monokuma doesn't win, I'm about to riot. Well, you might be rioting, unfortunately. You might be rioting because I'm gonna get set up to be one of the girls. I already know it. I already fucking know it. Like, it's inevitable, alright? It's fucking inevitable. Where the fuck was... Yeah, here we are. Okay, but if anything, let me be Celeste. I mean, guys, I'm kind of the ultimate gambler. Which, by the way, 90% of people quit gambling before they hit their big break. Just had to add that, guys. I mean, look, I hit my big break. I kept gambling, and look, it paid off. I'm just kidding. Don't gamble, guys. But Monokuma's the best girl. What do you mean? Fair enough. Monokuma's best girl. Yeah, if you're gonna make me do any girl, make me do Celeste. Like, bro, I feel like I could pull off being a baddie like Celeste. Believe me, I think I could. Now you answer the question of how much you spent before hitting big. Probably a bit more than how much that card is worth. But like, I mean, seriously though, that's fucking crazy. And this set isn't even out. Look, pre-sale. Like, I'll tell you how much I spent yesterday when I went to that pre-release event. I spent $36 to go. Also, I have a little warning for balance after watching this. Okay, sure, you can say your warning. But okay, I'll tell you how much I spent. I spent $37. That was the first thing I spent, and then I spent $50 afterwards. So I spent $87, and it paid off to what's the math there? If we're saying $550, I don't know. It's about like. Point is, profit was made. That's what matters. Profit was made, guys. I can quit whenever I want. True, I can. I can quit whenever I want. The text boxes are heavy on pause to read. Don't worry. I have to do that a lot for the spare time. The ones in Fate's Return, like, I feel like I didn't have to really pause much at all. Like, it's perfect timing. So that's another thing I gotta give you credit on. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, no worries. I don't mind pausing to read. Plus, sometimes I feel like pausing to read is also kind of nice. That way, like, if I want to get thoughts out, I can just do it like that too, like as I have it paused. But yeah, no, that's understandable though. That's understandable. Guys, I think we're gonna end it here. I really enjoyed these. I really did. I think if I had to rank them, I would say Shiori's I would probably put at the bottom, just because I feel like I learned like pretty much most of her character during like the ending of the trial, and that was also like the most recent to me. Then okay. I don't know if I'd pick Shin or if I would put Hana, because there was like 2 moments of theirs where I was like, holy shit, I really can fucking relate to these. So I don't know. I want to say probably just like, I think Hana's. I think I have to give it to Hana. Eli, hi, how are you? You just missed the stream. I'm ending it right now. I think I've hit the pacing pretty well. I want to keep the times relatively short for solo viewers to keep them interested, but give them a little bit of time to think. You know, I think you have it like perfectly. Can you see with the free time events, I like keeping the characters down to earth. I do notice that. I like that. I also really like that, like, they, like, the thing that I really like is I feel like they're normal human interactions too. Like, not that the stuff in the normal Danganronpa games isn't, but like sometimes I feel like it can get like a little cartoonish sometimes. Like these ones, all the topics like for these, like I feel like they're pretty like, you know, I feel like someone could relate to at least one of those like free time events and relate to the characters a lot. I feel like, honestly, to be honest, I feel like I owe the Danganronpa series a replay. I really do. What I didn't owe a replay was the Danganronpa anime. I watched the first episode of Danganronpa the animation when I was down at Albuquerque. Worst mistake of my life, dude. Holy shit. They really butcher the characters in that. And the unfortunate thing is, that's how I got into the series. I got into the series from Danganronpa the animation. I threw. But you know what? I at least went back to play it, and now I don't regret it because the characters are really good. And they actually seem like real good characters that are written well, and not just stereotypes. No, it is a gateway. Like I said, if it weren't for the animation, I wouldn't have ever gotten the series, or at least not as soon as I did. So, I mean, I can appreciate it for what it is, and I think I watched it in Japanese, which was a lot more tolerable than the English dub. The English dub I did not enjoy. I really do not enjoy the English dub. The voices for some of the characters are really fucking obnoxious. They just really are. Although, wow, I'm late, not surprised. Monokuma! I might be cosplaying you. What the fuck? What are you doing here? What? No, they are a meme fest. They really are. Actually, you know what? Let me show you one thing before I go. One thing. Where's he at? Ah, there he is. So, before I... So, 2 years ago when I went to New York Comic Con, I had the opportunity to meet a voice actor, a very certain voice actor, and I might have mentioned this before, but this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is my signed Eren Yeager from the GOAT himself, Bryce Papenbrook. And he put a number 1 there for me because he was the first ever voice actor I got to meet and get a pop sign from. Very cool. I love Bryce Papenbrook. I want to meet him again sometime. I really do. Well, I still remember my interaction with him was something along the lines of like, I was like, yo, I fucking love like Makoto and Nagito. Like the thing, and I have a really special connection to Bryce Papenbrook too because one of the first animes I watched was unfortunately Seven Deadly Sins. I say unfortunately because I know the later seasons aren't as good, but he is the main character in that, Meliodas. So Bryce Papenbrook is just like first voice actor I ever got to meet, and he was like the voice actor of one of my first animes. That's not including like Pokemon or like Beyblade, but yeah. So I hold a special connection to Bryce Papenbrook. I respect him a lot. He's up there for me. But yeah, he's everywhere. Yeah, he's everywhere. If there's an anime you're watching, I can almost guarantee he's in it. He's probably if he's not a main character, he's probably one of the background voice actors. But very cool guy. He's like, I don't know if you knew this, but I'm actually in pretty much all of the Danganronpa media. Like I didn't what does he say? He's like, I'm in the anime, I'm in the games. That's my impression of Bryce Papenbrook of how he sounds. But that's not me mocking him. I just feel like I love doing voices. I really do. I like doing impressions of people. He has an ending stream chat. He's gonna yap chat. Okay. Alright. You know, just because you say that, I'll end stream. He's in the... Yeah, no, he's Makoto, Naegi, and Nagito in the games. Yeah, no, he is in, like, pretty much every single Danganronpa game. Yeah, no, he's in it all. He's like, yeah, I'm the one voice actor that's in everything. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy to think about. But, yeah, no, he is. He is 100% in all of them. So, it's pretty cool. Like I said, I respect Bryce Papenbrook. He's a good voice actor. Even though he's in everything, I love it. I blanked. I forgot he was one of the voice actors that got replaced. He wasn't one of the... Yeah, no, he's in everything. He's in all the Danganronpa. Okay, for real now. I'm gonna leave, guys. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if we're gonna stream. We'll see. If we do, I think tomorrow might be a variety game. Maybe we'll do Dead by Daylight. Maybe I don't really know. I haven't been feeling Fortnite. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna yap about it. But if we don't do a stream tomorrow, long story short, we'll be back on Tuesday and we're gonna do the first episode of Fate's Return, and then Tuesday we might do the second, and then Friday we have Despair Time again. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everyone stopping by and chat. Appreciate all of you guys. One last thing. We are very close to 2K subs. That's fucking crazy to me. That's all I'll say. I'm not gonna keep going on. Bye guys. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you guys. Keep it virtual. One last thing. Nope. No more one last thing. Peace.